So Michael and I were talking about how um, the Super Bowl is big, and he said that's a Lombardi trophy there. I can't argue with that. There's the right eye wound. Um, just fascinating. And that is at the 314 moment, quite possibly 313. Yeah, it covers 313 because iPet Goat was 727 in length and this one's 729. So this is really at 312, 313, if you're going by the real time of the original iPet Goat video. So that's a big deal. I mean, a really, where am I at on volume here? Let me check. Yep, we're good. So, way to go, Michael, on that. Don't forget, an iPet Goat, not only could that very well be, like Michael said, the Lombardi Trophy, but right in the middle, we have the Day of the Dead at the 343 mark. Which was in the direct middle of iPet Goat. And that's a New Year's Eve blower. And you have the Chinese New Year at 510. I'm 510, February 10, 210. That 210, 211, 212. Well, he's riding around in the boat with the heart on his chest. And there's hearts all over iPet Goat. That's Valentine's. Super Bowl, Raiders. So while I was on the phone with him, I was looking at leaving Las Vegas. Well, it's got a limited release and a wide release. Well, the box office was 498. FOR 98 versus White Horse versus 49.8 million, 498. October 27th was a limited release. February 9th was the wide release. The amount of days, 3 months, 13 days. Revelation 13:3 or March 13th. It's all coded right there. So then all you have to do really is just go to the Super Bowl. What is the name of the Raiders football stadium? Allegiant Stadium. 1.8 million square foot, 1.8. 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6. So when you look at the address of this place, it's 911. It's 89118. That's the zip code. The address is 3333. So let's multiply that out. $297. And per the previous video, we went over UFC 297 and 2 TO, the number 97, or to the 97th verse. The 97th verse is the opening of the seal. The 98th verse is the rider on the white horse. Let's run the whole thing. 333, 89, 11, 8 times. Well, we can run Super Bowl is on the 11th. You run it by the date, it begins with 148. Donald J. Trump, followed by the 45, his number. These are big deals. Divide it back by 2024, divide it back by 22, which is 2 times 11. Where did I go wrong? I don't know. Oh, I did multiplication, then division. Let's just go back to the address. That's the address. And let's just times it by Trump's number as if he's in attendance and that's where it all happens. Begins with 48, which is Donald Trump in full reduction. So the numbers begin with his name, whether it's his number times the address or the address times the date. The address is Gigantica as matches. And when we look at Trump's birthday, to the 211 event, he's 283.66. 83 is murder, 66 is 66 is the number of the book of Revelation. It's the 66th book of the Bible. 283. It's the 8 and the 36. My divorce date on Groundhog Day, 2009. 836, which is right in the middle of his number of days old on the day of the Super Bowl. 36 is Adam in Jewish gematria. His rising day would be 213. 283, murder is 83, followed by 68. 68 is a reversal of 86, so it's perfect for the rising. He's 77 years, 7 months. That's the last time he's 777. It's the very last day he's 777. The next day flips to Valentine's Day. That's when he's up and riding in the boat. He turns to 77 years, 8 months on that day. 8 months even. So this is just fascinating stuff of the event taking place on Super Bowl Sunday. Him rising until Tuesday. I don't know. It's somewhere around this time frame is just absolutely gigantic because of iPet Goat, because of Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium, Wikipedia. If we run the stadium, it opened in 2020. Well, of course it did. The opening date was July 31st. Oh, broke ground on November 13th, 113. That's perfect. That's just perfect. (7/31, 2020). (7/31, 2020). Three years, 6 months, 12 days. There's nothing earth-shattering about any of that. Broke ground November 13th, 2017. 2282. Nothing earth-shattering about that. But let's go ahead and look at the name. Oh, it's called the Death Star. It's called the Death Star. Allegiant Stadium, the Death Star. It is without a doubt the perfect place to do what they're going to do if they're going to do it on that day. The Death Star. That's just mind-blowing that you would call a stadium the Death Star. Like we said, let's run it into the gematria. Allegiant Stadium. Y'all saw that, didn't you? When I saw the 1133, I clicked the time, flipped over to 322. 168, 637. So you do get that 37 with the Jewish number for the church, the prime number for the church. 184 times 37. 6808. Wow. And let's look at it in the other gematria where it'll give us matches. And this will be the last thing I do. So if you want to sign off, if this is boring, Taylor Swift comes right up. 333 comes right up. Vladimir Putin comes right up. Enough is enough comes right up. Beyonce Knowles. New York City. Alexander the Great. Trump Putin. This is a big deal. Follow the rabbit. These are gigantic. New York Mets. That's just page one. That's just like, what? Marilyn Manson. Silence of the Lambs. Elvis A. Presley. I don't know if that's his middle initial or not. There's Allegiant Stadium with its 333 views, what the AI did. The AI controls everything on the internet. Not that the Holy Spirit can't do or override or has control. God's ordained the end from the beginning. He's created the evil on the earth. So this is all the Lord's will. But this is just one. No, that won't quite work. Just trying to see. Joe Biden death event comes up. And of course, Biden's middle name is Robin. So it's really could be saying Donald Trump death event. That could be the sole reason. That is that they made his name Robin and made him the president because he's just Trump. Everybody's Trump. So when you see Joe Biden death event, it's saying Donald Trump death event. Did I see Tupac? No. John F. Kennedy Sr. John F. Kennedy Sr. Was he a senior? How did John, how old was John F. Kennedy Sr. when he died? So I guess that's him. Yikes. So where's my gematria? Oh, it's right there. Good grief, man. I am like out of it. Can y'all tell? Yeah, this is just we'll go to page 5 just for giggles. But these are just like massive hits. September 9th keeps coming up, and the beauty of that is it's 7/9, which is murder. September was once the 7th month. And it's also the killing because the rising is really about 9/11, which is 7/11, which is 11/7 Bible verse. So these are just like absolute zingers. These are direct hits that he's going down inside that stadium, that he will attend that Super Bowl. If we find out he's attending that Super Bowl, that's going to be a really, 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 really big deal. Allegiant has 9/11 in it. When you combine the I, which is 9, the A, which is 1, followed by the N, which is 14, which is another 1. So it's a 9, 1, 1, 4. So Allegiant has 911 in it. It's A, L, L, which is a 1, 12, 12, which has a 121 in it. So you literally have 9/11 Antichrist and the word Allegiant. These are all just killers. Killer direct hits. Monumental stuff you're looking at. Monumental stuff when you combine everything else we've talked about in this video. And this is not a long video. I love you.